Hi everyone, it's teacher Elgin here from Think Teach Academy. With final exams nearing, I'm here to share with you and take you through 5 commonly tested question types that always come out for your exams for grammar. The first one, of course, is your tenses. This is the first question type that is always tested. Okay, and of course, the first tense that we are going to encounter that's very important is present tense. You need to know that for present tense, the action is ongoing. You can think of it as a habit, right? A habit that's something that you always do over and over again. Okay, so for example, in this question, right, you highlight the keyword every day, right? So Tom takes the bus every day, happens all the time, right? It's an ongoing action. Okay, so of course, you know that Tom is singular, and that's why the answer is 2. Tom takes the bus to school every day. The second one is your present continuous tense. Continuous just means ing, right? Any word that ends with an ing is your continuous tense. Present tense will of course be like something like is going, are going. Okay, that is an example of present continuous tense. Present continuous tense means the action is happening now, right now. Okay, so the difference between present continuous tense and present tense is that present tense is an action that is ongoing, okay, that repeats itself, right? Whereas present continuous tense is an action that is happening right now as I speak, okay? So for example, I can say that I am speaking, all right? So in this question that we have from Rosai, okay, be quiet, the students, of course, students is plural, right, are taking their examinations now. Keyword is now. Okay, so you need the present continuous tense. Present continuous tense can also mean that the action is going to happen in the future, right? Like in this example, in this question, right? We are visiting later on in the afternoon, okay? So we are visiting later on in the afternoon. We are visiting the house, we're visiting the zoo later on in the afternoon. So present continuous tense can also be used to say that you are going to do something in the future, okay? So please take note, that always comes out as well. Okay, the next tense, of course, is past tense. Past tense means the action is completed. Okay, completed, finished, over, no more. So last week, that's your keyword. Last week tells you that it's in the past. So last week it happens, right now it's not happening now. Okay, so Benjamin, last week Benjamin was very happy when his friends gave him a soccer ball. Okay, right now, is he very happy? We don't know. All right, but definitely what we know is that Benjamin was very happy. So the action of being happy is over. All right. The next one, of course, is past continuous tense. All right. So past continuous tense can be was going, were going. That is past continuous tense. Past continuous tense, if you look at all the how past continuous tense always comes out, okay, for exams, it's always used in this instance. It's always used to connect 2 past events together, right? And you will always get your as, when, and while. All right. So these are the little keywords that you want to highlight in your grammar question. So for example, in this MGS paper, or at least this MGS question, right? I see the word wow and I see a past tense witnessed. I already know that this event took place in the past, right? So while Ali and Halim were doing something, right? They witnessed something else. So these 2 events are connected to each other. So while Ali and Halim were walking home from school, they witnessed a serious car accident. Okay, this is something that you want to take note. It's always a pattern that you can highlight, always comes out together in this way. Okay. To make it clearer to you, let's look at the next question. All right. The other way that this past continuous tense will be tested is when you see the word when. All right. When something was happening, then you heard, the doorbell ring. So in this example, Doreen was reading a magazine when she heard the doorbell ring. Okay. It's always a pattern. Okay. So you want to highlight when and you want to highlight the past tense of the word, all in red for you to see. The next one, of course, is when you see the word as, and then you see another past tense, went out. So as Mr. Halim was giving his welcome speech, something else happened. It's always in the past. So remember, past continuous tense is used to connect 2 past events together, right? I was doing something, and then something else happened. The next thing that always comes up is reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun is just a very fanciful way of saying myself, yourself, itself, himself, herself. You should know what these are. These words are used to refer back to a person or a thing. So I have a few examples for you. Look at the first one. As my brother was alone at home, he had no choice but to cook dinner for, keyword is my brother, that is the subject. All right, so cook dinner for himself. Okay, question 2, I won't be home till 7 in the evening. Please look after blank All right, keyword there is two sons, right? Mrs. Chen was talking to her two sons. So please look after yourselves. You need to choose the plural form of yourself, which is yourselves. Okay, pretty simple, but always comes out. Okay, so just revise it. Don't make careless mistakes here. Then we move on to demonstratives. All right, what are they? It's just this, that, these, and those. All right, this, of course, this and that is singular. These and those are plural, right? And this is always referring to something that is close to you, close to the speaker, okay, or where the speaker is at, okay? Same goes for these, this, and these, referring to something near you, all right? That and those, referring to something away from you. Okay, that's an easy way for you to remember. So again, look at question 1, box of crayons over there. So over there is away from you, all right? And the key word, of course, is box, tells you it's singular. So that box of crayons over there, all right? Question 2, boys across the road. Again, across the road tells me that it's away from you, okay? And I highlight on boys being plural, right? So those boys across the road are playing recklessly near the drain. Okay, we go on to question 3. Mother asked, do you know where something was taken? As she pointed to the photograph in her hand. So it tells you, photograph in her hand, tells you that the photograph is near you, right? It's where you are at. So photograph, of course, is singular. So do you know where this was taken? All right, answer is 1. Question 4, mother asked, same thing, right? I just modified the question. Do you know where blank were taken? As she pointed to the photographs in her hand. So again, in her hand tells you that it's near her. Photographs, this case is plural, right? So do you know where these were taken? Okay, pretty simple. All right, we move on to question type number 4. Question type number 4 is collective nouns. Collective nouns basically are your team, group, herd, flock, pack, all of that are collective nouns when everything collects into one noun. Okay, and when that happens, most of the time it will be singular. Okay, it's only plural if the collective noun itself is plural. Then that means there's an S after the collective noun. For example, teams, groups, herds, then it's plural. You don't see the S, it's singular. All right, so in this case, look at question 1. Run, a swarm of bees. So the collective noun here is swarm. Swarm is singular. A swarm of bees is flying towards you. All right, Ms. Tan warned me. Question 2, this bunch, again, collective noun is bunch, and that's singular. So this bunch of bananas is ripe, you can eat it now. All right, let's go on. The last question type, of course, is countable and uncountable nouns. You need to know what are countable nouns and what are uncountable nouns. Countable nouns basically are nouns that you can count. 1 boy, 2 boys, 3 boys, 4 boys, 5 boys. Uncountable nouns are things that you cannot count. For example, you cannot count rice. You don't say 1 rice, 2 rices, 3 rices. You don't say that. So when you are unable to count a noun, that noun becomes uncountable. Okay? You should know how to quantify countable and uncountable nouns. You have little, few, much, and many. Little is used to quantify an uncountable noun. Few is used to quantify a countable noun. Much is used to quantify an uncountable noun, and many is used to quantify countable nouns. Okay? This should be clear to you. Let's try the first question. Presents. Now, you know that you can count presents, right? There's 1 present, 2 presents, 3 presents. So you can count them, all right? So blank presents. So his whole table was full. So that means he received many, many, many presents, right? So Mikhail received so many presents. Answer is 3. Question 2. The shop both blank furniture. Again, you should know that furniture is uncountable because you don't say 1 furniture, 2 furnitures, 3 furnitures. You can say 1 piece of furniture, 2 pieces of furniture, 3 pieces, but you don't say 1 furniture, 2 furniture. So furniture on its own is an uncountable noun. If it's uncountable noun, I'm only left with little or much. Okay, so I need to read the question to know whether is it little or much. Okay, so in this case, furniture, there was no space left in the warehouse. That means there must have been a lot, right? So the shop owner bought so much furniture. Okay, question 3. I can get to the clinic very quickly as it is only blank bus stops away. So bus stops you can count, right? And you can get to the clinic very quickly. That means there are not many bus stops. So as it is only a few bus stops, answer is 1. 4th question, last question. Money, again, you can't count money. You don't say 1 money, 2 monies, 3 monies. right? And so I need to know whether or not I have little or much, okay? Money. So John has blank money to spend as he does not earn a lot. Does not earn a lot means does he have a lot of money? No. So John has little money to spend. Answer is 2. Okay, this should be pretty straightforward and simple. Don't underestimate these questions because I tell you, they always come out. All right, if you look at all the past year papers from schools, these are the 5 commonly tested question types. In fact, it's not commonly tested, it's always tested. Okay, that I can assure you. All right, and that brings me to the end. I really hope you enjoyed it. Okay, it's going to be very beneficial. Your exams are coming. Please, all right, revise your work and focus. These are the bare minimum, okay? The 5 question types that you must know because it will be tested. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. As I always say, come experience learning with us at Think Teach Academy. Okay, take care, everybody. I hope to see you soon in the classroom or in the virtual space. See you, take care.